back to the channel. I'm Grant the Umpire, and in today's video, I'm doing some very early NFL predictions for the 2022 season. Let's get started. Let's start off in the NFC with the NFC West, where I have the Rams coming in at first place. I don't know about it. I just feel like the Seahawks are kind of having some crazy things going on with them. Wilson wanted to be more included in team talks, things like that. So a lot of crazy things going on in the Seahawks organization. And I think the Rams with Stafford, I don't know. They could play better, they could play worse. I'm not really sure. Could go either way, but I think that they can win their division. Number 2, I have the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals can have a good season. With Murray, with Hopkins, I think that they can get business done. I like the Cardinals as a team. I think they have potential. I think they can go second in the NFC West. Third, I have the Seahawks. Like I said, there's just a lot of weird things going on with them right now. I just don't know. I feel like they might not execute how everybody wants them to execute. So, I don't know. I think they might have a rough go at it this season. Excuse me. 49ers coming in at last place. They're just going to be below 500. Not really. I don't think they're really going to make a great run at it. So that's why they're in last place. NFC South, I have the Buccaneers coming in at first place. I would pick the Saints over them any other day if Breeze was not leaving. It has not been announced, but I assume he's going to retire. So that's why I have the Bucs coming in at first. I do not think they will win the Super Bowl again, though. In the second place in the NFC South, I do have the Saints coming in. I think it will be kind of close between them and the Buccaneers. A little above 500 for both the teams. Yeah. Number 3, I have the Falcons coming in above the Panthers. I think the Falcons, if they can stop choking in close games, then they can win games and come in third place in their division. And then Panthers in last. Teddy Bridgewater's their quarterback. That's really all, and he's not a super special player either. They're just not really going to have a great season. In the NFC East, this one was hard, not because all teams are good, all teams are bad. I think it could be like this season where teams will win the division with a 7-9 record or something like that. So I have the football team coming in first. Alex Smith, Chase Young. I think that they will just be a little better than all the other teams in the NFC East. Then I have the Cowboys, and I feel like the Cowboys, Giants, and Eagles will technically all be tied. So it'll be really close for that. NFC East, anything could happen. NFC North, Packers in first place. If they had another team that would give them good competition, I might pick somebody above the Packers because just the Packers might lose Aaron Rodgers. Talks about that. But you just have the Vikings, Bears, Lions. Nothing special about either of those teams. In second place, I have the Vikings coming in above the Bears. I don't know. It could go either way. Could be flip-flopped. But I do think the Vikings will come in over the Bears. I think it'll be close. I just think the Bears are kind of falling apart. And Khalil Mack is kind of washed up. Trubisky decided to play well in the last game of the season. So they just had a rough go at it. I don't know about them. And then last place, the Lions. Even after receiving Jared Goff, I don't think he'll help them out too much. So that's why they're in last place. In the AFC, starting in the West, the Chiefs will come in first. Yeah, I think they will come in first, and I think they'll still win games. This year, I do think they could very easily have 3 or 4 losses, but I think they can still pull out first over the Raiders. I have the Raiders in second place. I think they're going to be about 500, maybe 1 game or 2 over. So they're going to be behind the Chiefs. Chargers after them, just Justin Herbert. You have him, and otherwise, the Broncos just have Drew Lock, and that's really all that's special about them. Don't have a ton of great players. Maybe they'll make a huge deal this offseason, and this will all be wrong. Who knows? But Chargers, Broncos in the 3 and 4 spots. AFC South, Titans in no, did I don't know if I wrote that right, but I do think I did. The Titans are gonna come in first. Here's the reason: Philip Rivers is gone. I think he kind of pushed the Colts this season to help them get to that playoff spot, be 11-5, tied with the Titans. I think that's the reason that they had a big push. But I do think the Colts will still be around that 11-5, 10-6 mark. I think it'll be like 10-6 or something like that, when the Titans will be like 11-5 again. So 1 Titans, 2 Colts in the AFC South. Number 3, I put the Jags over the Texans for a second, then I erased it, switched it up. Texans lost J.J. Watt. They have not said they are not going to give away Deshaun Watson if they have to. If they have to, they are. But if they do not have to, they are not going to release him. The reason I put Jaguars back in last, because I just don't think Trevor Lawrence can make up for that whole team. You're going to need somebody good at running back. You're going to need a few good wide receivers. You're going to need some good offensive linemen. The Jaguars just don't have that. That's why they're still in last. In the AFC East, I have the Bills coming in first. I think they can have another good postseason run, have another shot at it. When the Dolphins will come in second place, about that 500 mark, something like that. I think it'll be like a difference of 3 games between first and second, but the Dolphins will take second place. Patriots will be in third. They'll be below 500. I think they might win one more game or so than they did this year, but still, they're just not going to be in the top tier. And then last are the Jets. Even if they get Deshaun Watson, there's been talks of that, still won't make up the whole team, kind of like the Jaguars. AFC North, I have the Browns coming in first. This was a tricky division to predict. I have the Browns coming in first, with the Ravens coming in second. Ravens impressed me this season with the way that they beat the Browns in that one of the best games I have ever seen. And then when they beat the Titans in the playoffs, I think that they can be in second place, right behind the Browns, and have a good race for the first place in the AFC North. In the third, I have the Steelers, because Roethlisberger's in a weird spot right now. Nobody knows what's going to happen with him. And then they just choked their whole season last year. I mean, can't start 11-0, lose to a team without a name, and then just lose 5-6 or whatever they did. So I just don't think they will. I just don't think they'll be good. And then in last place in the AFC North, I have the Bengals. I think they'll still win 4 or 5 games or so, but still fall into that last place spot. I did not predict the playoffs yet, just because I feel like that's way too early to do that. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, Grant the Umpire, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.